Greetings everyone, I hope you're all well. If you're a follower on my Facebook page, Zen Bonsai, you'll know that I've spoke about these little pots which were purchased from a charity shop. And I drilled holes in them for drainage and for wire, so you can secure whatever's in there. So the next problem with this was going to be adding feet to, just to elevate it a little from the surface. So I thought about it and I came up with a solution. Ching! Purchased from Amazon, of course, just because it's just more convenient. So what I'll be doing, I won't be doing this today, but what I'll be doing is using 3 of the clear ones. They're like little glass nuggets, I suppose. I'm going to be using 3 of the little ones for this little guy here. Something like that, but obviously a bit tidier. And I've also got 3 blue ones as well for the blue pot. Yeah, so if you check out my Facebook page, you'll be able to see those pots, and you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so anyway, something different today. Well, a little. I'm going to be doing a little project with these trees. I'll show you the trees in question because I have done a video on them before, and the video is it's video 9, and I basically wired one of these and I repotted it as well and put it outside, and not long after it died. So what I'm going to have to do is just alter this camera a second. Bear with me. So I purchased a few more after Christmas because these were quite popular during the Christmas period, and so after Christmas they were reduced in price. I think I got them for about £1 each after Christmas from like Tesco, Asda, pretty much all the major supermarkets here in the UK. So this one has been outdoors, this one has been outdoors, and I don't know if you can see what's going on here with the foliage. It's starting to turn brown. You can see on that one there as well. So the one I actually wired, it did die as well, and all the foliage just went completely brown and died. So these ones have been outside. They seem to be struggling outside. I've got another one here as well which isn't doing too bad, but it's showing signs of turning at the tips as well. Where this one, on the other hand, I did show this one in I think it was video 25. This is exactly the same one. And you can see how much this one is blooming already. We've got loads of new growth shooting out on the ends. It's looking really pretty, really healthy. It's absolutely doing wonderful, and this was kept indoors. So as you can see, this one's really thriving. Buds on it, beautiful. So, and that's been kept indoors. I did a partial repot on this one because I was having trouble with fungus gnats. So I kept it, the original root ball, with the soil intact. I didn't do a totally dry root clean, clearing off all the soil. And then I mixed some soil with sand as well to try and eliminate those pesky gnats, which has worked well, and you can see he's really thriving. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and salvage one of these 3 guys in a new little project. So I'm just debating which one to try. This one's probably looking the worst for wear, so I'll probably leave him for now. I want to choose the healthiest of the 3 really. This one's a little sparse down this area, so I think that leaves us with this guy. Right, so what am I going to do? I shall show you. If it'll work, I don't know if it will. It's just, trial and error. That's the wonders of bonsai. It's sometimes it's a learning curve, sometimes it's experimenting. So I'm going to try experimenting. So what I'm going to try today is I'm going to be, I'll just move the camera again. So I'm going to be using this pot. It's just a normal bog standard bonsai pot. The reason why I chose this one was mainly for the colour, because I thought it would go well with the foliage on there. This little rock here, I actually got this from a shop that sells like a lot of aquarium equipment and stuff. So I'm going to try and plant it in this hole here, which goes right through to the bottom, which is going to be great for the roots. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it right now, I hope. So the first thing I'm going to do is I will have to repot it obviously, but I'm not going to bare root it, because that's what killed the first one that I tried, me bare rooting it and then repotting it, and then, you know, plus the wiring as well. It was all probably a factor, and the cold weather, so it was all probably an equal factor in it dying. It wasn't ideally the right time of year to be repotting, but as we're sort of approaching spring, or the very early start of spring, I'm gonna try it with this one anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna leave as much of the root ball intact, so it'll give me a better chance of adjusting. And I will be also using a compost similar to what he's in, with some gravel, no fancy bonsai soils, just a bit of compost and some gravel, just to add a bit of space and get a bit of air in there and drainage. And I'll also start keeping him indoors until the temperatures in the UK at least start getting a little bit warmer. I'm gonna say maybe at night above 10 degrees maybe, and then I'll start putting him out again, because they are suffering, and you know, like I said, I don't want them dying on me. So first things first, I've already got me little drainage oobry-doobries in there. I prefer to do it this way, a bit like Corin from Greenwood Bonsai, because I totally agree with what he said. If you do it the other way around, you have these sharp bits of metal that can actually, when you pick it up, they can poke you in the hand, and it's sometimes a little uncomfortable. Where this way, they're nice and smooth, so it's not an issue anymore. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually get some cling film, and I'm going to wrap the cling film around all of the foliage, and I shall show you why in a minute. I shall be back. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So I've got some cling film here. I might have to do this off camera, because I've literally got the camera in between my legs here with a tripod. So all I'm going to do is just carefully bring the foliage upwards and try and carefully wrap. Just wrap it temporarily. Like so. There we go. And now what I'm going to try and do is, obviously I need to feed that now through the hole here, because I don't want to bare root it, as I said, and the only other way to do it is to bare root it and then to feed that downwards. So I'm going to try this first, because I don't want to bare root it. Just cut the end off a little. Okay, so I know I said that I wasn't going to dry root this. I had no choice. I tried to wrap the cling film around the foliage to basically kind of just temporarily clamp it down so I could try and feed it through the hole this way, so I wouldn't have to bare root it, but it just wouldn't go, and I didn't want to damage it, so I had to bare root it. So I wrapped the roots around with cling film and then fed those through, and it works better that way. So there's the roots there, and that's the original compost that came in the pot. So what I'm going to basically have to do is repot it in as much of the original compost as possible, and what I'll have to do is slightly do it so that I bury the roots in the original compost, and then once that's all buried, I'll elevate the rock slightly above the roots with some more compost, and then we should be good to go. Let me just see if I can move that slightly. Yeah, I'll pot it at a slight angle as well, like that. So I'll have to go into the garage to do that, because that's where all my compost is, and then I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. I've repotted the little guy now. I've basically had to layer it so we have soil at the bottom, and then I've spread the roots out and then put another layer of soil on top of those just to elevate the rock away from the roots, and then I've put some gravel on the top as well, very fine gravel. This will help basically try and keep those fungus gnats at bay until the spring and summer, where I can put him outside again. So yeah, I'm going to keep him outside. I'll just show you now how he's looking. So the next part is going to be up to you guys. Okay, let me see if I can maybe move back a little further. Excuse me. There we go. Sorry about my finger there, it's really tricky. Oh, that'll do. So yeah, as you can see, slightly off centre as well. The next stage will be styling the actual tree. Now this is going to be up to you guys, you know, so I want you guys to tell me how you would like to see the tree itself. Like, you know, just as it is, formal upright or informal upright or windswept or whatever, and I'll see what I can do. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys, alright? If I don't hear anything, or if nobody comments, then I'll be very upset. No, I'm only joking. I'll obviously have to figure something out for myself, but yeah, I'd really like to hear what you guys would do now. You know, I've got a few ideas, but I'm going to keep them to myself, and you know, I'm just going to let you guys do the business. So I'll see if I can rotate. I should have brought my little rotary thing around, so I could have rotated it around a little bit. So this will be the main front as well. I'll just try and rotate it a little. It's a shame that I had to bare root it, but I did use the original compost that he was in as well. So I'm hoping that, you know, if I keep him in for a while, he'll just bounce back. I think I'm going to delay. That's why I don't also want to do any more wiring on it or anything like that, or styling, because it'll probably just be too stressful. So it'll give me now some time for my beautiful subscribers. Yes, that's you. I know, yeah, I see you at the back there. You can't sneak away, come back. Yeah, I want all your input in the comments, yeah, and tell me, you know, give me some ideas of what you would do. And then come the springtime, maybe we'll try and put those comments into action and give him a haircut. So there you go. I'm sorry that I had to keep disappearing, because it's quite cold outside, and I didn't want to be down in the dark trying to do a video in the dark with all the stuff in the garage, trying to compost it and everything else, and it would just would have been a nightmare. So it would have been easier just to do this. Plus it makes the video shorter, so that means you can go and watch some of my other videos instead, and like and subscribe, and visit my Facebook and all that cool stuff. Zenobi Bonsai. So yeah, I hope you like it. If you don't, tell me why. If you don't like it, if you don't think it's going to survive, tell me why. But yeah, the actual root system is right underneath here. It is fairly down here. So, and like I said, this isn't actually on the roots itself. There's a layer of compost on the top. So, but I should be keeping an eye on it anyway. I'll keep it downstairs, and whenever we do get some sun, which is a rarity in the UK, but we have been getting a little bit. So, but when we do get some sun, I'll put him in the window, like the other one, his little brother here, like El Chapo here, and put them both on the window, and yeah, I mean, look at the colour difference. It's just amazing. I mean, they are exactly the same trees, but you wouldn't think it. So this one was indoors, and these were all outdoors in the freezing cold. So yeah, so that's it anyway. Enough of my gabber. I hope you liked the video. So please do like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. It's nice to have you on board. Thank you to all my new subscribers as well. It's nice to have you guys on board as well. Thank you for liking all my previous videos as well, and all your comments. Fantastic. It's really, I feel humbled to even get comments these days. You know, it's fantastic. So it keeps me entertained, and some of you have been a great laugh, like Gail. Yeah, you know what I mean, Gail. Reek. Anyway, that's another story. Reek master. Okay, bye. Take care. See you soon. Bye.